from Germany. So there is the part of us who doesn't like to share things, especially food. And in Taiwan, like Lecao, or if you go out with friends to dinner, you always share your food. And that was the part I was shocked the most, that you share with each other. The first time I was eating Lecao, and there were so many dishes, and I ordered 3 different things for myself. And everyone else around me started to eat my stuff. And I was so confused, and it took me some time to realize that in Taiwan you share with each other. Taiwanese tend to say 再见 and never call you again or ask you again to hang out. It somehow is difficult. I made a mistake. I went to clubs and bars at the beginning. Even if they exchange line that same night, and the next day when you ask, okay, when do we hang out, they don't reply anymore. Hello, my name is Aki and I'm from Germany. I am an actor, but my main career was dog trainer.
How long have you been in Taiwan?
I'm here since 5.5 years, I guess.
And why do you decide to come to Taiwan at first?
There was one time I was in Taiwan for holidays and I really liked it here, so I decided to study Chinese one day. And like 5.5 years ago I was like, okay, let's move to Taiwan and study Chinese. And after studying Chinese I was like, okay, you like it here and you found some work and some friends and you can stay a little bit longer, and a little bit longer became 5.5 years.
About Chinese, it seems like you can speak Chinese.
Yes, correct.
How do you learn to speak Chinese?
I've went to Wenhua Daxue and I've learned it for 1.5 years, but mostly from my friends and up in some different places like bars or while drinking beer. It's easier to learn that way.
What Mandarin words do you find very difficult to pronounce?
It's a really easy word, birthday, Zengru. But it's so hard for me to pronounce, and a lot of people always get it wrong. The other word is 4 跟10, 4 and 10.
4 and 10.
I'm always doing it wrong.
I don't know, for me I'll just say it, and I think people tend to understand what you mean. So even the 4 and 10, I think it's a common issue for almost every foreigner. During your stay here, have you encountered any difficulties?
I've encountered some difficulties. For example, I'm married right now with my beautiful wife, and it wasn't that easy because I wanted to stay here, but to find the right visa was very, very difficult, and it took me like 2.5 years to get to the point where we were able to marry and to make me stay here for a longer time. So that part was very difficult because the visas in Taiwan are not that easy to get. Yeah, I think it's the main issue for a lot of couples who fell in love in Taiwan and then want to stay here with their partner, but aren't able to stay. So I think it's maybe something we can work on.
What part of Taiwan are you mostly impressed with?
There's one thing. Maybe a lot of people don't know yet, but Taiwan was the first country in Asia to allow same-sex marriage. And to be that first country in Asia is a huge thing. Like, I think it wasn't that easy to get there, but it made Taiwan like really international, standing out for something that's called freedom, like something that you can only have here in Asia. I think I was really impressed with that.
Some people claim that it's difficult to make friends with Taiwanese. What's your take on that?
It somehow is difficult. I made a mistake. I went to clubs and bars at the beginning to make friends because that's something you can do in Germany really easy. Taiwanese tend to say 再见 and never call you again or ask you again to hang out. Even if they exchange line that same night, and the next day when you ask, okay, when do we hang out, they don't reply anymore. So that happened a lot to me. But on the other hand, I've met many good friends in Taiwan who are really willing to introduce me to Taiwan as well. I'm somewhere in the middle, I guess.
But it seems like you have a lot of Taiwanese friends. How do you make friends? Because you said you made a mistake by first going to clubs and bars. How are you able to make a lot of friends then?
For example, you can go to events. For example, if you love animals, it's easy to make friends. You always have something to talk about. I think it's the same everywhere. You just have to find something that you both like.
What is maybe one or two main cultural difference between Taiwan and Germany?
I'm from Germany, so there is the part of us who doesn't like to share things, especially food. And in Taiwan, like Le Cao, or if you go out with friends to dinner, you always share your food. And that was the part I was shocked the most, that you share with each other. The first time I was eating Le Cao, and there were so many dishes, and I ordered 3 different things for myself, and everyone else around me started to eat my stuff, and I was so confused, and it took me some time to realize that in Taiwan you share with each other. There's one thing, for example, rules. In Taiwan you have rules, you have the law and everything, but you always bend it a little bit. You maybe go over a red light, or maybe you do something wrong, but it's always like there's not a high punishment for it. But in Germany, as soon as you do something wrong, like the punishment is really high. If you go over a red light, you lose your driver's license and you have to go back to school. So I think Taiwanese, especially in Taiwan, you have a little bit more freedom than in Germany.
What's your favorite Taiwanese food?
My favorite Taiwanese food is almost everything that Taiwan has to offer. I love Taiwanese food. Just to choose one is so difficult. I can't choose.
You can choose.
I really love everything.
What is the difference between the Taiwanese food and the German food?
I think Taiwanese food is way healthier than German food. We usually eat bread and mainly potatoes with some meat or some other things. But in Taiwan you have so many different options if you go out. You have, for example, Le Cao, where you have so many different dishes you can choose, and it's mostly healthy. You have a lot of choices, and it's way healthier than in Germany, where you just have several options, and in Germany you always have to cook yourself, or mostly cook yourself, because going out for dinner is a little bit expensive.
How is it like living in Taiwan as a foreigner in general?
I think for average life, you just go to work and make friends. I think it's really easy for us foreigners. It's very interesting as a foreigner because there are many different things you can find and have to live. For example, I was just a dog trainer in Germany, but when I came here, I by accident became an actor and went to several different TV shows, just like that. I think that's nothing like that would happen in Germany to me. I have friends, they stayed here for a few months and they found a job, fell in love. They had a whole new life here. So I think Taiwan is a country for us foreigners where everything can be possible.
You mentioned that you're married. How do you guys meet?
We actually meet in a really boring way. Friends. We played some table games. And then we became really good friends and sometimes hang out, and yeah.
And how long have you been married?
Not that long, maybe for 4 months.
Oh, it's less than a year.
Yeah, not that long.
How is a couple life different compared to being with a Taiwanese to being with a German?
Germans are really stubborn. So, and we have a lot of plannings. For example, if I want to go out with my German girlfriend, we have to plan a lot of things. Where do we eat, and what do we eat, at what time, and what do we do afterwards. That's all planning before we go out. But in Taiwan they are a lot more free and spontaneous. I think that's a really cool thing here. I had struggles at the beginning, but now I really like it that you can be that spontaneous and do things at any time.
What do you find mostly annoying in Taiwan?
There are still a few things I think are annoying. My wife, for example, she really likes to steal my food, even though she knows I doesn't like that. She's still doing that. Traffic, especially for us Germans who really love the rules and organization, it's really difficult to get into the traffic system in Taiwan. I have a driver license now and I'm also driving every day. I'm used to it, but I struggled and was annoyed in the beginning.
What advice would you give to a first-time visitor?
I would say be prepared to be surprised because Taiwan has a lot to offer. You just be ready to accept the culture. If someone asks you to hang out that same night, say yes. Let them take you to a restaurant, to a Taiwanese. Try something new, even if it's sotofu, stinky tofu. You should try it at least. Maybe you like it.
Have you tried it?
After 5.5 years, my wife forced me to yes, and no, I didn't like it.
And what advice would you give to Taiwanese who wishes to go to Germany?
If you go to Germany, be prepared to have a lot of patience. Germans are really slow, especially the internet. Like, you would be surprised how slow it is, seriously. Nothing you can accept here in Taiwan. Also, our trains are usually a little bit late, so also to take your time. Germans are really open-hearted, so if you go there and ask for help, you will get help. Bring cash, because we don't like machine payment, like Apple Pay, we usually don't have that. Bring cash.
And do you have anything else to tell Taiwanese people?
We Germans don't only eat pork knuckles, we also eat other stuff. And yes, we drink a lot of beer. I think Taiwanese and Germans are doing a really good job in both ways. What they could improve are some specific things in the law. For example, that foreigners can get easier to Taiwan, easier access, or that Taiwan can be a little bit more international. I think that's a way they could improve and learn from Germany, because we have a lot of foreigners, we are working all really hard to get together. Maybe that could be something.
Anyone wants to make friends with Aki, her Instagram link will be in the description below, and she also runs a YouTube channel. What's the name of your YouTube channel?
Aki and Jin, the YouTube Pingdao.
Okay, both links will be in the description below. You can check them out. All right, thank you very much and welcome to Taiwan.
Thank you.
Thank you.